hearts can read.
Hello people of BookTube, my name is Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my TBR Jar Challenge picks for the year of 2016. So for this year I actually found it really fun. Katy-tastic was the one who created this and she has been doing it throughout the year as well, and I think it's a great and interesting way to add a sort of challenge to the month to read a certain book, and obviously if you don't get around to it then, you know, it's just one of those things. But I just think it's great to sort of make yourself read a different variety of books throughout the year, and I found it really fun and I want to do it again for the year of 2016. So I have just literally picked out my challenges for me to read and I just want to share them with you guys for the year of 2016. So the first challenge that I've got here is to read a book with a white cover or spine. Now the reason I chose the colour white is because it's quite pure, it's quite cleansing, and I would like my year 2016 to be quite nice and spiritual and calming. I mean, we all do, I have my fingers crossed, but that's why I picked that colour. I just think that colour would relate to it a lot, plus I do own quite a fair few books with a white cover and a white spine, so I thought that would be interesting to pick a certain colour. That way it also gives me a great way of picking a certain book. Then I've got to pick and read a book from my TBR jar. Now this year I have managed to neglect my TBR jar. I have been adding books to the TBR jar when I get them, but I haven't actually been picking from the jar. I've just been mood reading or getting around to reading the certain books. So there's probably certain books that are in the jar that have been read that I just haven't cleansed out of the jar. So yeah, I feel like this would be a good one to just pick it out, and whatever it is, I'm going to read it, and I'm not even going to be like, no, I'm not going to read it, I'm going to read that book. Then I've got to read a new release. So of course this would be a 2016 release, so whichever month I pull it out for, as long as I read a 2016 release in that month. Next challenge I got is to read a book with 500 pages or more, and this one I had for this year's challenge, and that was very horrible to do. I don't think I completed it on time, but oh my god, it was just, I don't know if I did. I think it was Illuminate, the book that I used for it, but oh my god, that was a tough one to pick. Oh, that was horrible, but you know, because it's horrible, you've got to have it as a challenge, haven't you? So the next challenge I've got is to read a book that you've had for 1 or more years, and obviously we do neglect certain books on our shelves, in our book cupboards, for me, and I think this one will be a great one to actually get those books read. Then I've got to read a standalone, so this is pretty simple, it's nice and easy. All of my standalones are behind me here, so as you can see I've got a lot. I've also got some standalone hardbacks, they're in my hardback book cupboard, so I do own quite a lot, and I feel like, you know, reading a standalone is just, it's done, it's out of the way, it's not continuing on per se, but yeah, that's just a nice and easy one to get read. The next challenge I got is to read a Colleen Hoover book, and I am planning on reading all of her books, so I've got a few more left to read. I do actually own Confess, so I might end up using that towards the challenge if I haven't done it by then. I've also got Hopeless to read as well, and she's got so many other books that I have yet to read that I can just purchase and read, but it would be great. I am planning on reading all of her books, as I say. Then I've got to read a book someone picks out for you, so I'm just going to get somebody random to pick any book from my cupboard, from my shelves, from my cupboards downstairs or anything, and to read that. I thought that would be quite interesting to get someone else to pick that out for me. Then I got to read an old review book, so I've got some review books that I sometimes don't get around to reading, and for someone to pick one of those from my shelf just to make room for new review books and to get them read. That's a great way of doing that. Then I got to read an adult book, so it's a different genre. It's not a genre that I am particularly used to, and that's going out of my comfort zone, so I think that's a great way to get a different genre read. Got to read a non-hyped book, and this one's a good one because obviously there's certain books that everybody raves about on BookTube, but you know, there are some books that people don't really talk about and that I own and should be spoken about and should be read. So I think that would be a great one as well. And the final challenge that I got is to finish a series, so that's just a nice and simple one. So if I've got one book left in a trilogy or a series that I need to read, then that's the challenge done and completed. And if not, and I've got 2 books left, then that's 2 books on my TBR to do. But I think that's a great way to get a series finished because the amount of series that I am probably in the middle of is crazy. So these are all of my challenges. I am now just going to add these all to the jar. So these are going to be my 2016 challenges, and I'm looking forward to these challenges, I must say. So I'm hoping it goes really, really well. So there you have it, guys. This jar is now complete with all of my 12 challenges in it, and the idea is obviously I pick one per month to read along with my TBR that month as a little extra challenge, and it makes it a lot more fun to do. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've done one of these, please do let me know, link it down below or anything, but let me know what you think about these challenges and if you think it's a great idea and all that. But I definitely recommend for you to do this. Just pick any old jar. I tend to use a Yankee Candle jar that has been used. They're a great way to use as a TBR jar, but I think this is a really fun way and I honestly recommend it. But thank you very much for watching my video as always. It honestly does mean a lot. Keep smiling, keep reading and be happy. My name is Katie and I'll see all of you wonderful people in my next video. Bye!